about 2019, I decided I'm done being a cop. I'm kind of over it. So I ended up resigning. I take all my savings I had at that point and decide I'm gonna start my own gym. So I
Yeah.
start Integrity Fitness, which was actually Elliot, Elliot and Cooper.
Integrity Fitness.
Integrity Fitness.
Integrity
It was
Fitness.
kind of a South Park reference joke because you have Integrity
Yeah.
Farms. South
Yeah.
Park.
Oh, okay. I was like,
So
you're
I
a South Park guy more than I am.
I
Is
made
that-
my logo kind of similar to that, but with like barbells and dumbbells.
That
and
is
stuff.
funny.
That is
I like
funny.
that.
So I was like Integrity Fitness. So I kind of
Is that his weed?
That's
That's
his
what it
weed
is.
farm.
Weed
Yeah.
place. The
Integrity
Integrity Farms. Yes.
yeah. So
You watched the pandemic special episode, I
man.
assume, many
Great.
times.
Great. It's so good.
I'm actually doing pretty good. We've seen a 400% increase since COVID. Okay, so
Yeah.
you started gym.
I started
with
gym.
what practice in mind? With what emphasis? What's the gym about?
So I was doing like personal training and kind of a functional fitness training. I had a couple of police friends in Gilbert that started out as members, so I had a little bit of a member base, and then got everything going, grand opening, and then about 2 weeks later, quarantine. So
I was about to say you got to be getting close to quarantine
so-
time, right?
so
Okay,
that's
so
basically the end of my gym right there. So
Wow.
actually that's
ended
dude,
before it
that
could even get started.
Sucks.
So
That's rough, man.
I fiddle around with it for a while. I just let it run its course as long as I can manage. Luckily, the cost of gym equipment skyrocketed during the quarantine times.
Don't I know it?
So I sold all the gym equipment I had, which had been obviously barely used at that point, for probably about 90-95% of what I paid for it. So I made a good deal of my money back. So it wasn't too horrible, but
Still,
just
you're not in
the
business to
worst
break
timing.
even. That's terrible.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not, and that's. I mean, you're literally a part of that percentage of gym owners that had to close their doors because they got
Yeah.
quarantined out of business.
yeah.
Like you are a literal example of the people who are like, "Hey, man, these shutdowns shut my business down." Do you know that? Like that
Yeah,
sucks.
it was
Non-essential.
Yeah, right.
Non-essential
Yeah.
health and fitness.
So then a background with that gym thing. So obviously I'm in that gym knowing I'm making no money. I got no income, even potentially. I can't even advertise legally, really.
That's right. Yeah.
So I end up at one point, for the month, I have $20 for living. That's all I got. So I'm
Wow.
like, damn. So luckily I had this griddle. So I got some rice and some onions and some cheap cuts of meat and stuff. And luckily I had a fridge in there too. So I was living off of one meal a day, trying to make my fitness where it wasn't too much, not too little, where I can maintain myself as needed. But yeah, so I got used to this 1 day eating thing, and I found that my fitness kept improving. I wasn't losing weight, I wasn't gaining weight, but I kept improving my fitness. My strength kept going up. My running times kept going down. Like everything was improving, eating once a day.
Interesting.
So
Wow.
I've been on that diet now since the 2020 pandemic, pretty much.
And what is the one meal? What does it consist of?
Basically, whatever the hell I want.
That sounds kind of similar to
That-
Wim Hof. what
Yeah, a
Wim
little
Hof
bit.
does.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've heard a couple
Yeah.
different people
Yeah.
doing this. Where
Yeah.
they eat one time per day.
I love cooking. It's one of my favorite hobbies. So I'll start in the kitchen now at like noon, making some intricate thing, and by 5 or 6, I have this intricate meal to eat. I smash as much as I can, and I'm good till tomorrow. It's great.
That's the one day you go all the way till 5 p.m. Where in the day do you train?
It's not a specific time, but yeah, just whenever dinner's done at night, that's about it. Occasionally, I'll opt for a breakfast time instead, so I'll switch it up.
Sure.
In occasion, I'll do like a small breakfast, small dinner on rare occasions, but for the most part, once a day for the last couple of years has been fire
Gotcha.
for me. Yeah, it's been
And
crazy.
okay, so you basically maintain exactly where you're at with this. You've figured out a way to balance your calorie intake and obviously your energy output.
Correct.
What does your training look like today? I mean, with one meal on board, what do you do aside from what we see on social media? I mean, what is your train? How many days a week do you train? What do you do?
So on average, it's about 5 days a week. CrossFit, like a normal CrossFit class, is what I consider my baseline fitness. So that's usually like a strength and then like a metabolic conditioning workout.
Mhm.
Then on top of that, I'll add in my own additional weightlifting, calisthenics, trail running, sometimes just distance running, flat land, sometimes burden runs, just whatever
Yeah,
I feel like I need to get through to.
love burden
get to the
runs.
next
Ultimate burden
level.
run is a med ball up Camelback Mountain. You ever try that?
That's a good one. No, I do Rose Garden Mountain a lot. I'm working out at Wildfire CrossFit right now. It's actually right at the base of the mountain. So sometimes
Nice.
I actually run from my house to Wildfire, and I'll grab a med ball and be like, deuces. They know I'm taking it up the hill, so
Wow.
it's
Sick,
been a good
man.
time.
That's
That's very cool.
outstanding.
Yeah.